information media and information literacy week to be part of in the Indian context. And as a president of IATLIS, I extend a warm welcome to once again Professor Jagtar Singh ji. For he is a global leader in the information media and information literacy. And also we have another distinguished personality, Professor PG Darshat, is going to moderate this particular webinar. And hopefully all of us will going to enjoy this media and information literacy, so particularly sensitizing the public interest information, which is the vital component of the society. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to you all, and over to Professor PG Darshat.
Thank you very much, Professor Ramesh. Thank you very much, Professor Keshav, for introducing me with nice words. Good morning to one and all, those who have more than 186 who have hooked this online webinar. It's great that UNESCO is supporting this national webinar being organized by IATLIS. Public interest is a broad concept that refers to the general welfare of the public and society. It can also refer to something that the public as a whole has a stake in, or an interest that justifies government regulation. The public interest can include public order, public health, public security, morals, and economic welfare of the community. Public interest is the general welfare of the public that warrants recognition and protection. Secondly, it is something in which the public as a whole has a stake, especially an interest that justifies government regulation. Public interest information can be found in different medias, formats available in different formats, channels, institutional sources, including institutional websites. Certainly, certain skills are very much essential to make use of the public interest information for a fair use, calling for information literacy skills. UNESCO supports the development of media and information literacy and digital competencies for all to enable people's ability to engage critically with information, navigate the online environment safely and responsibly, and ensure there can be trust in our information ecosystem and in digital technologies. Media and information literacy provides a set of essential skills to address the challenges of the 21st century, including the proliferation of misinformation and disinformation, hate speech, the decline of trust in media, and digital innovations, notably artificial intelligence. Professor Jagtar Singh, a true professional associated with information literacy concept since more than 3 decades, will be delivering a lecture on media and information literacy for sensitizing the stakeholders about public interest information as part of IATLIS national webinar. With immense pleasure, I take this opportunity to introduce Professor Jagtar Singh to the audience. Professor Jagtar Singh, presently working as professor and chief librarian of Akal University, Talwandi Sabo, Punjab. He has served Punjabi University, Patiala from 1988 to 2020 and retired as professor and head of the Department of Library and Information Science. He also has served the university as a dean, Faculty of Education and Information Science. He has also been associated with Central University of Punjab, Guru Kashi University, Sagar University, in various teaching, research, and administrative capabilities. Professor Jagtar Singh is an MLISC gold medalist of Punjab University, Chandigarh, and did his PhD on rural libraries from the same university in 1986. He has published more than 100 research papers and articles, and has about 12 edited and authored books to his credit. He has served as a resource person for various professional conferences and refresher courses, as well as he has delivered keynote addresses. He is on the editorial board of a dozen of international peer-reviewed journals. He is a recipient of many international awards. To name a few, ILA PSG Kumar Lifetime Achievement Award, Pakistan Library Association Lifetime Achievement Award, and Commonwealth Academic Library Staff Fellowship of UK. He has been associated with many associations: ALA, IFLA, ILA, IASTLIC, IATLIS, SIS, and PLA in various capacities. He is working with UNESCO MIL Alliance and MILID University Network for more than 1 decade. He has developed 5 laws of media and information literacy and e-artist MIL model in collaboration with Dr. Alton Grizzle, program specialist, UNESCO Communication and Information Section, Paris. He has also edited the UNESCO MILID yearbooks for 2015 and 2016. Besides, he has also contributed to the UNESCO MIL curriculum for educators and learners: Think Critically, Click Wisely. His areas of interest include LIS education, research and training, rural public libraries, digital libraries, information and knowledge management, open access, and media and information literacy. He has visited 25 countries on various academic and professional assignments. I'm sure with his vast experience, he can share many innovative ideas on the topic, particularly a very significant topic in the Indian context, where we really want to have an accurate and reliable public interest information, of which we really lack. I welcome him, and I request him on behalf of the IATLIS to deliver the lecture on the topic. So, Professor Jagdas Singh, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Tadasat. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah,
100%.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Tadasat, for this introduction. In fact, before I start this lecture, I want to tell that UNESCO is doing profound work on media and information literacy, and every alternative year it is organizing this Media and Information Literacy Week from 24th to 31st of October every year. And this year, this Midweek Feature Conference is being held in Amman, in Jordan. Normally, I attend all these conferences, but this year, because of my personal problems, I could not participate in that. It has started today and tomorrow also. It is taking place. If you want to participate online, I can share the link after this lecture so that you also get benefit from this conference that is taking place in Jordan. So before I start my lecture, I want to thank Professor Ramesha, Dr. Kashyap, Dr. Hemvati Nandan, and all other office bearers of the IATLIS for giving me this opportunity to share my perceptions about media and information literacy. And I am also deeply grateful to the participants who have registered in huge numbers for this lecture or online webinar. And I am sure, I firmly believe that they are going to get something new into their knowledge base. So the topic deliberately in tune with the theme of the conference, I have chosen media and information literacy for sensitizing the stakeholders about public interest information. Now, first of all, let us discuss why we need information and how its consumption or use takes place. information basically is needed for decision making, and the quality of our decisions depend upon the quality of information available with us. That's why we need media and information literacy skills, so that we have the evaluation skills. We are able to identify our information needs. We are able to find best of the best information sources, retrieve that information, evaluate that information, and then verify that information and apply that information for the obtainment of our personal, educational, personal, educational, professional, and social goals. I want to tell you that when it comes to decision making, there are two moments of truth. First moment of truth is when we make decisions. Decision making means you have to make best of the best choice out of the alternatives available to you. So, first moment of truth is when we make decisions, and second moment of truth is when we face the consequences of our decisions. So, if we don't want to make face harmful effects of our decisions, then we will have to have media and information literacy skills. So, information consumption refers to the way individuals seek information, process, and use that information. Information consumption or use encompasses various forms of, including reading, listening, watching, and interacting with content across different media. So those are the sources of information. I want to tell professionally we have categorized that there are set sources of information, human sources of information, documentary and non-documentary sources of information, and institutional sources of information. But information comes from the ecosystem also. Supposing if you are to cross the road, you are not getting that information from the library. You are getting that information from the left and right side of the road. And then you quickly process that information and make the decision whether to cross the road or to wait for some time. So that is the mandate why we need information and how we consume or use information. So information is for decision making, and quality of our decision depends upon the quality of information available to us. Now, what are the key factors which are influencing information use? See, key factors include media types. Information is coming from different media. Then cognitive processing. See, the whole process is internalization of information and externalization of information. When information is interacting with your value system and previous knowledge base, it becomes your knowledge, it becomes your tested knowledge. When you externalize it, write it on documents and share with public, it becomes explicit knowledge. So cognitive processing is necessary to interpret information and integrate that information to your already cumulative base of knowledge in your subconsciousness. Then information is also for your motivation and purpose. See, we can ask one, what is the purpose of our life? That is the fundamental question. Or what are the goals? Sorry, I'm not having good food today. Goals can be personal goals, like health goal can be there, educational goal, professional goal, or social goals. You need information for that. And you can have motivation for your promotion, for presenting a paper at an international conference, or for capacity building. Any motivation can be there. And then digital environment. So now artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence, a lot of information is being facilitated by these two technologies. So media and information literacy is needed more and more than ever, because there is deep fake, misinformation, disinformation. So if you cannot take all the information on face value, you need to have critical evaluation skills. So that's why media and information literacy's first outcome is critical thinking. Critical thinking means you are to evaluate the information on merit. You are not to be biased, and you should follow the evaluation criteria to evaluate sources, to discern, to find out credible information, or to separate fiction from the truth and information from the disinformation. Misinformation is wrong information spread innocently when you don't verify information. Disinformation is wrong information deliberately spread to harm an individual or a group or an institution or a society or a nation. So, understanding these aspects can help individuals navigate the vast landscape of available information more effectively and efficiently. Now, stakeholders, I have used the term stakeholders. Now, who are stakeholders? Stakeholders are the individuals or groups that have interest or investment in a particular project, organization, or decision. In this case, well, who are the stakeholders? They are information seekers, digital content creators, digital ecosystem, and mill projects, etc. So it can include users, students, teachers, employees, customers, investors, suppliers, community members, and regulatory bodies. All these are stakeholders. So that's why I have included these stakeholders into the title of my lecture. Now, what is public interest information? See, information can be general information, it can be specialized information. When we talk of public interest information, it refers to data, knowledge that is considered important to the public to be aware of. Often it is related to health, safety, government actions, and community welfare. So, there government transparency, information about government operations, budgets, and policy should be there. Public health, details of health issues, outbreaks, just like COVID-19 and resources, this should be available to the people. These days, if you go to the YouTube or social media, you see many fake cures are suggested by many people who are running their podcasts or YouTube channels. So you need to have evaluation skills so that your decisions are quality decisions. And then environmental issues, data on pollution, natural resources, climate change. The aim of public interest information is to promote informed citizenship and accountability. See, responsibility and accountability are very important. I am responsible today to make this presentation. But if the participants are not satisfied with this lecture, I am also accountable to the participants that why I have not given them good content or why I have not updated their knowledge, awareness, and understanding of the stakeholder, public interest, information, media and information literacy, challenges, threats, and harms of the new digital space, which is being facilitated by artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. Now, information literacy, why it is needed? Information literacy is necessary to promote critical thinking, independent learning. See, there is a paradigm shift from teaching to learning, and that is resource based, student centered learning. Now, we are not working on paper based systems, we are working on credit hours, and we are giving more choice and facility to the students in the new education policy. There are many options. So, information literacy is needed to promote critical thinking, independent learning, ethical and legal use of information. So, these are basically learning outcomes of information literacy. The term information literacy was used for the first time by Paul Yorsovsky in 1974. He was saying that information literacy is about accessing information along with understanding its context of the information, credibility of the information, and relevance of the information. These are basically evaluation criteria parameters. And you can search on the Google or internet what is the evaluation criteria to judge the quality of information or the quality of websites. So information literacy basically is essential set for making informed decisions and fostering critical thinking at personal and professional level. Different people perceive information literacy differently. You must read a good research article paper by Christine Bruce. She has written on 7 phases of information literacy. People have different perceptions about information literacy. Some people who have technological knowledge, they think they are information literate. Other people who have knowledge of sources of information, they think they are information literate. There is another group that thinks we can organize information, they think they are information literate. Others who can control information, they are also saying we are information literate. Similarly, people who are able to use information to enrich their tacit knowledge, they think they are information literate. Other groups thinks that we can write and share our knowledge, they think information. And final, another seventh group is that thinks that we can use the information wisely, hence we are information literate. No, these are 7 different phases of information literacy. To be information literate, you must have all these skills, which I have listed just now. So, the information is for data is for raw material. Data, whether it's a big data is matlab you are not able to process it manually. You need computers and machines to process it. So data is raw material for information, and information is raw material for knowledge. And knowledge can be tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. But more important is wisdom. Now, what is wisdom? It is necessary for enrichment of our life and for peaceful coexistence, governing our thoughts, feelings, and actions into socially desirable directions. So basically, you think these 3 things are very important. Feelings. First, you feel something about something, and then your thought process starts, and then you take actions. Today, you see many people are suffering from depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, negative thinking, excessive repetitive thoughts. Why? That is because the mind is just like a monkey. If we have media and information literacy skills, we can control our mind. Simply, the whole thing, war and peace starts in your mind. So, if you are able to direct your mind into social desirable or positive streams, then you will not suffer from anxiety or this depression or negative thinking or any kind of fear. Some people are fearful about their future, uncertain future. They have some apprehensions that I am going to die very soon. This is because of we are not able to manage our mind properly. So for that we need mindfulness. That will come from media and information literacy. Now, why information literacy is needed? It is to facilitate critical thinking, independent learning, evaluation skills, and ethical use of information. So, next, the new digital frontiers. What are the new digital frontiers? See, in this fourth industrial revolution, this artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence, they are contributing a lot in content creation, and that content creation, ordinary people cannot differentiate whether it's real, whether it's fake. So you need media and information literacy skill to navigate successfully, effectively, and efficiently in this new artificial intelligence. I find it very difficult to agree with this term. I think that whatever is artificial, that cannot be intelligent. Only human intelligence can be intelligent. Artificial intelligence is simply programming, and programming is being done by the human intelligence. So, but because of this artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, deep fake texts, audio and video is coming, and they include online risks and threats of misinformation, disinformation, hate speech. So the content is there which is creating hate among the communities, and online radicalization is whether the young minds they are misleading the information bits are there to radicalize the youth, and internet trolling is there, cyberbullying is there, cybercrime is there. There are digital privacy violations. These all can be checked with media and information literacy only. So this lecture highlights the paramount importance of media and information literacy in navigating the rapidly evolving digital landscape of information creation, dissemination, and use to ensure safer, more inclusive, and empowering digital future for all. See, the basic function of higher educational institutions is creation and dissemination of knowledge. And for if you want to have quality creation of knowledge, then you should have media and information literacy skill. And media and information literacy is needed to empower content creators, particularly youth, women, and people in general. So let us foster collaboration and partnership, focus on research agenda relating to media and information literacy, then focus on policy and strategy guidelines and capacity building training workshops to reduce capacity gap. Because the biggest gap today is the capacity gap. We have the technology, we have artificial intelligence, we have generative artificial intelligence algorithms. They are leading us, rather, we should lead technology, not follow it. So, for that, we need capacity. And for capacity building, we must have training workshops on media and information literacy. So, how we can ensure that we have access to quality information? For that, fact checking and verification is necessary. So, fact checking and verification involve accessing the accuracy of information, claims of the source, and here are some key steps to effectively check the facts. What are those? Source evaluation. You should have evaluation skills to check the credibility of the source. Cross referencing, check various credible sources to find out the truth behind the story. Check dates of the context. Most of the misleading information comes from outdated sources. Look for evidence. If somebody is claiming something, then you should look for an expert opinion. If you are not sure or satisfied with the source of information, you can take help from an expert. And then we should also be aware of the bias. There are many biases and conspiracy theories. So for that you must use fact checking and verification. So for that you must use fact checking websites, platforms like Snopes, factcheck.org, or Quality Fact. They can provide quick verification from popular claims. Now, there are few credible verification sites, fact checking and verification sites in India. These are Alt News, Factly, Bloom Live, The Fact Checker, Data Leads. You can go to these sites if you have any doubt about the credibility of the information you are accessing on the internet or in the online digital landscape. You can check the credibility or the quality of this information from these. Now, empowering people to the new digital ecosystem. Now, see the capacity gap that can be plugged in only by conducting many training workshops on media and information literacy so that people are able to think critical, evaluate information, and are able to separate fact from fiction, engage responsibly in online discourse in today's digital ecosystem. So this ecosystem is dominated by now artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. Our purpose is not to the engineering side. Our purpose is only our function of librarian and information professional is only the application of generative uh, artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. So digital content creators are using all these platforms, including blogs, social media, YouTube, podcasts, and many more. These open focus on specific niches or areas like travel, fashion, food, technology, education, using various formats such as videos, articles, images, infographics to engage their audience. Many creators leverage their skills in storytelling, editing, marketing to build a followers. Creators leverage their skills to following to monetize the content through sponsorships, merchandise, and affiliate marketing. See, in YouTube's why people are opening so many channels. If their followers increase, they're getting money and they're making money. So, but we have to see whether that information is credible or not. So, for that, we need media and information skills. That's why I say at stake is the reliability, professionalism, and ethics of the content produced. Information life cycle, that we should at every stage we should check. Information lifestyle cycle includes 6 stages: creation of information, acquisition of information, processing of information, dissemination of information, use of information. So at every stage, so this generative artificial intelligence is for general purposes. Artificial intelligence is for a specific purpose. So we need new skills, heightened vigilance, and critical thinking. Stakeholders are required to be more active in developing more people-centric, democratic, inclusive, and resilient ecosystem. So that is the responsibility of teachers, librarians, media and information literacy professionals. Now, new landscape of disinformation. So when we are focusing on learning, communication, and innovation, we are facing the challenges of misinformation, disinformation, hate speech, digital divide, privacy threats, artificially artificial intelligence based generated gender bias and racial stereotyping are creating conflicts. Misinformation and disinformation are very dangerous in the context of conflicts. So, if the war is going between this Ukraine or Russia, Palestine or Israel, what information is coming to us to find out the truth behind the story? We must have media and information literacy skill. Misinformation and disinformation are very dangerous in the context of conflict. Elections. You see what has in elections when you see those exit polls, they tell us different things and the results are different. And then political leaders create biases. Same is the in case of health. If you go to the YouTube's podcast, they provide you fake solutions to your health problems. So never take them on face value. So you should have the evaluation skills, fact checking, and verification sites. You must know from where you can check the credibility of their claims. So AI based information is manipulation and falsification of information. Deepfake is very dangerous. So media and information is literacy is needed to navigate sensibly, critically, and ethically in digital spaces. Media and information literacy must facilitate dialogue, knowledge sharing, and collaboration for a safer and more. In fact, information is a fish, and media and information is the art of fishing. So, we are not to provide fish to the information seekers. Only providing information is not our job. Capacity building is our job. We are to tell them the art of fishing, means how to get access to quality information. When we talk of learning, I tell you learning is UNESCO says is of 4 types: learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live and work together. So you should have knowledge, you should have practical skills, and you should know what you want to be. So being and becoming, you want to be a librarian, you want to be a speaker, you want to be a teacher, you want to be a leader, you have to decide what you are to be. So to be or not to be is the real issue. Learning to live together and work together, that's also important. So art of fishing means media and information literacy training workshops. More and more training workshops should be there. Now, synthetic media, when I'm talking about access, access is of four types. First is bibliographical access. You must know what is available, where located, and how to get it. Bibliography, just like letter is the content and the address is the bibliographic access. If there is no address, your content will not reach anywhere. So, bibliographical access, what is available, where located, and how to get it. Then physical access, the document should be in your hands. Then language access, you must know the language. If I give you a book in Punjabi language, perhaps not many will be able to read it. If I get a book in Telugu, I will not be able to read it. So translation services are there. Now you see Google translate voice recognition system. You speak and you can type when you are speaking, and you can also, if you type in English letters, you can type it in any language, Hindi, Punjabi, like that. So these developments are taken in the new digital ecosystem. So, but the synthetic media basically is the content generated or altered using artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies. So it is used to deepfakes, means videos and audios that are convincingly mimic real people, likeness of voice. So you are not sometimes able to differentiate whether it's fake or real. So that is deepfake. Text generation, image synthesis, virtual influences. Image synthesis, supposing somebody can take my face and the body of another person to spoil my reputation. So that sort of deep fake synthesis of images is also done. Now, deep fake and civic agency. What is deep fakes are synthetic media in which a person's likeness or voice is convincingly manipulated using artificial intelligence, particularly deep learning techniques. These include creation of deepfakes, application. These are used in entertainment like movies, video games, parody. So there are many ethical concerns. How to check this threat? When there is no informed consent, privacy violations are there, and fake news is there. Detection, we must know about the detection tools where we can check these deepfakes. And for that, we need to build the capacity of the stakeholders. It also encompasses participation in civic life, such as voting, advocacy, volunteering, engaging in public dialogue. Civic agency basically empowers citizens to take an active role in decision making processes, promote social change, and contribute the well being of communities. So, civic agency basically refers to the capacity of individuals and groups to act independently and make choices that influence their community and society. So, we have started this in the beginning that decision making information is needed for decision making, and the quality of decision depends upon the quality of information. And you will get quality information only by having capacity or media and information literacy skills. Now, there are certain deepfake detection tools and technologies which you can access to catch to find the truth behind the deepfake text, images, and videos. These are Sensibly AI, Deep Wear Scanner, Face Forensic Plus Plus, Microsoft Video Authenticator, Deepfake Detection Challenge, Real or Fake. These are 6 tools I could find. These tools and initiatives are crucial in the ongoing battle against misinformation and the ethical use of authentic media. Now, access management, I have already told you that there is a paradigm shift from ownership to access. Previously, we were buying databases, now we are buying access to databases and external information sources or data sets. UNESCO is using the composite concept of media and information literacy as there is a symbiosis between media and information. Media has no existence without information, and information cannot be communicated without media. So, access, I have already told you that it is of 4 types: bibliographical access, physical access, lingual access, and most important is conceptual access. Now, you have seen many new concepts. What is stakeholder? What is deepfake? What is synthetic media? What is civic agency? And similar other things you have come to know from this lecture. So, if the concept is not clear, your understanding will not be clear, and your communication will also not be effective. Hence, media and information literacy is necessary for conceptual access, and it is most important for understanding and effective communication. On this topic, the conference has started today in Amman. Sorry, I'm suffering from cough. That conference has started in Amman, Jordan, 2-3 hours back, and it will go on till 31st October. And after that, I will share this link with you all if you want to participate online in that conference. So, UNESCO has prepared guidelines for governance of digital platforms to check the harms and challenges of this digital ecosystem. It has given 5 principles. First principle is platforms conduct due diligence on human rights. There should not be any violation of human rights. Every human being has the rights, and those the inclusion should be there. There should not be any discrimination and discrimination against individuals based on caste, color, creed, or gender. Second principle is adhere to international human rights standards. So the commonly agreed international standards should be followed in the digital space. Platform should be transparent. There should be no hanky-panky or nothing should be hidden from the information sectors. Platforms make information and tools available to the user. I have already told you that there should not be any discrimination. Ranganathan has also said when he says books are for use, today information and technologies are for use. Every reader has her book. Nobody should be left behind. Everybody should go. Every book, every technology should go to the concerned person. Save the time of the reader. So media and information skills will help you to efficiently and effectively navigate. And library is a growing organism. You have seen now the whole world has become a small village, and information, the long tail theory is there. You are connected with the world 24 hours, 7 days a week, and 365 days of the year. If you have availability of technology, capacity to access information. And principle 5 is platforms are accountable to relevant stakeholders. Accountability should be fixed. If somebody is deliberately spreading disinformation through podcasts, YouTube videos, or websites, action should be taken against them. I have in my PPT, I have given the sources. That PPT can be shared with the participants also later on. And then World Economic Forum has also prepared a toolkit for digital safety. This is very important document. I have given the link to this safety toolkit and you can access that. The typology of online harms aims to provide a foundational common language, facilitating multi-stakeholder and cross-jurisdictional discussions to advance digital society. So for digital society, it serves as a foundation to build a common terminology and shared understanding of diverse range of risks that arise online, including production, distribution, and use of the content. This typology recognizes the complex, interconnected nature of online safety, encompassing content, contact, and conduct. So it is focusing on content, then contact, and then conduct. So it focuses on these threats to personal and community safety, information that is threat to personal and community safety, harms to health. If you go to YouTube and podcasts, they give you fake cure. You don't take it on face value to spoil your health and well-being. Hate and discrimination is there. Certain people are spreading rumors on the internet or in the digital space, which promotes hate among and radicalization among the communities. And then violation of dignity. Human right. First human right is that everybody has dignity to life. So that should not be disturbed. Invasion of privacy. See, when you're saying this GPS, there are digital cameras, pen cameras, you are not safe anywhere. Even phone. If at our university we have decided that nobody will be allowed to take the phone inside because we don't know who is recording the proceedings. So there is invasion on privacy. Then deception and manipulation is there. People deceive you and people manipulate information. In fact, in this typology of online harms provides a comprehensive framework and understanding and categorization of various types of online harms through a human rights lesson, human rights concerns. So I have given the reference here. This is very good toolkit. Every library and librarian teacher and librarian information professional must access. So bottom line, before taking much of your time, I want to tell you that in this lecture, I have made an effort to make enhance your awareness of as stakeholders of this digital landscape about the promises and perils of the new digital environment facilitated by artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. It has also been underlined that media and information literacy uh, is necessary to plug in the capacity gap. So more and more training workshops should be organized. Mail must become an integral part of what? Number one, information policies, our library and information curricula, and then there should be training programs for capacity building. That policy should be at national level, state level, and institutional level. And at least 2 credit courses on media and information literacy should be integral part of the curricula across frontiers. I have given reference to think critical and click wisely. That is media and information literacy curriculum for educators and learners. I have also contributed to this curriculum by UNESCO. It's a very good document if you want to integrate 2 credit courses on media and information literacy. This is what the purpose of this lecture was, not to make you experts in media and information literacy or digital ecosystem. It was simply to enhance your awareness and understanding of what is happening here in the whole fourth digital revolution. You know, we have moved from nomadic society to agricultural society to industrial society to information society to knowledge society and to now attention management society. Artificial intelligence. I tell you, Americans have made a car Waymo, WAYMO. So that car is driverless and it is priced at $2,000. That means 1.75 crores of rupees. So it will be used as a taxi. It has sensors. There is no driver. There is no conductor. It can take the passengers and you see what are the harms and what are the potentialities of these artificial technologies for the future of humanity. De-jobbing, de-skilling, and dehumanizing is taking place. So, it is high time that we stand up and put our heads together to how to contain the challenges of this artificial intelligent and generative artificial intelligent based revolution, which is uh, creating many opportunities as well as many threats to the human life. So, the media and information literacy is the only strategy or skill set for us for capacity building so that we are able to make qualitative decisions. I have told you in the beginning that information is needed for decision making, knowledge is needed for problem solving, and wisdom is to govern our conduct into socially desirable directions. So that's all what I wanted to share with you. But still, the dialogue must go on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Jagtar Singh, for your elaborative discussion on information and media literacy. You have really highlighted many facts. You have started with why information is required, then you have highlighted the key factors that that influence the information use by various stakeholders. You have talked on public interest information. You have stressed on information literacy and why it is required. You have also described the domains of information, knowledge, and wisdom. You have identified new digital frontiers of information. You have also highlighted the importance of media and information literacy in negotiating digital space. You have rightly suggested various fact checking and verification processes and also identified many fact checking websites. As you said, there is an urgent need to empower people in the fair use of the information, particularly how to distinguish between misinformation and disinformation. You have given very good examples of how what it leads to misinformation and what leads to disinformation. You have rightly highlighted the World Economic Forum's toolkit for digital safety, which will be in a very good, useful toolkit for the future generations to come. Even for the present users of social media, that may serve as a useful toolkit. A final takeaway from your talk is absolutely fantastic. Think critically and act wisely. Nowadays, we are getting many web links asking us to click. So before we click, we should think critically and we should act wisely. Otherwise, there is always a danger that we may either be digitally arrested or we may get into some scandals or our money may land in someone's account. It was really a very good initiative which has been highlighted, particularly your curriculum structure on media and information literacy. It's very good awareness on public interest information, where, and particularly the Indians, we are too much interested in public interest information, but we really do not know how to make use of it. I'm sure your lecture will certainly throw some light. It will open some kind of an awareness among those who have attended. And I'm sure there are plenty of questions to be asked by the participants. Already one Mr. Christopher has raised a question that Twitter has a facility that like fact check facility. How to make use of that facility, and your opinion on that Twitter's fact check facility?
I have given you a list of various fact checking and verification sites. We first of all we should know about these fact checking and verification sites. I tell you one example. Day before yesterday, I was sitting with my vice chancellor. I was discussing that people are spreading wrong information that Punjab has 22 districts. He said, I think Punjab has 25 districts. I said, no, Punjab has only 23 districts. I told him, how can you check whether this information is accurate or not? He asked me how. I said him that go to the government department, Punjab government department, rural development and panchayats department. When he clicked there, then he said, yes, you are right. We have 23 districts in Punjab. So my answer is that first of all we should have that awareness that which are the authentic sites from where we can get accurate information. Supposing when I am talking about fake cure, people on podcasts and YouTube says that we can treat diabetes, we can treat cancer, we can treat depression, and you are sometimes impressed. First of all, you should go what is causing depression? Psychology of the positive psychology or Mayo Clinic or health organization. Cross referencing should be there. After checking 4 or 5 points only, then you can come whether they are what they are claiming is right or wrong. So that awareness that will come from this media and information literacy training workshops. And ITLIS should conduct more and more regional workshops on capacity building. ITLIS must identify regional secretaries who should take initiative to sensitize the stakeholders in this new digital ecosystem.
Yeah, again, another question that Christopher has. In case of a war between two countries, every country will be presenting information of their side, means it is biased. Then how may an individual evaluate it?
That I have already told you that we are to go to the credible sites. Credible sites in this supposing the wire, there is one news channel in India 4 p.m. Well, these are credible sites where you can go and get the information, which is credible information. So we know if Ukraine is giving information, that will be biased. The country supporting that will be biased. Russian will give their own version. What we want to find the truth behind the story. So for that, we will have to access the credible channels, commercial channels. Like I have said, the wire there are 4 or 5 others also. I can share later on. Right now, because I was focusing on this topic only, we should go to the credible channels. So again, there should be awareness of these credible channels. From there, you can judge. When you check it from 4 or 5 channels, then you will find truth behind the story.
One Mr. Harman Iftikhar has asked how misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation will lead to digital arrest. Can you share an example or experience?
Kindly repeat the question.
How misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation is leading to digital arrest. Can you share an example or experience?
See, misinformation, I have told you that wrong information is spread innocently. Supposing I was seeing that one person has got crores of rupees. He was working in a college, he got crores of rupees and he has devoted all his salary for the welfare of the library professionals. So the innocent people believe that's true. When you check then check that, then you come to find no, there is no truth. And disinformation, when we are spreading that information deliberately to harm an individual, to community, or to a nation, to institution, that is malinformation is just a deep fake. And when you are talking about digital arrest, so when you are entrapped by these things, that is your mother. You are in that thick soup, and the only way to come out of that trap is your media and information literacy, evaluation skills, fact checking, and verification skills.
I also add a few of my personal experiences at my university here. In the state of Karnataka, we have a software called the UUCMS. There are news that that entire website is being portal has been hacked, and many students are getting web links to click on the web link and make payment to another account. This is one information. And another of my colleague who is well educated, an assistant professor, 28 hours he spent without sleep. He got some calls, he got some web links claiming that they are from CBI, they are from this, they are from that. One day, 24 hours plus 4 hours, 28 hours. Finally, he had to take shelter of the Vijayapura police, and finally the episode ended. This is another incident. As I told you that we have a software called UUCMS for our admissions, academic purposes and all that. We also have a group, UUCMS coordinators of affiliating colleges. On one evening, we got around 40 to 45 pornographic photographs being sent to our group from that number, which has been digitally arrested for clicking a particular web link. When we tried to contact that particular college's coordinator, he was unable to reply. He doesn't know, he cannot operate his mobile also. Then we asked him to lodge a cyber complaint because it was a public group where all coordinators of around 158 colleges were there. So it was very embarrassing moment. These are the 3 recent incidents that I can quote. I hope Iftekhar, it will solve your problem. Harman Iftekhar, it will solve your problem. There is one more question from Srinivas Gurrala. How can we identify and evaluate credible sources of information amid a rise in misinformation and disinformation? I think Professor Jagtar Singh has already answered this. So do you still like to answer, sir?
No, I have told you that there is a listing on the of credible fact checking and verification sites. Then deep fake detection. Then I have told you that you go for that report World Economic Order report on various tools. When you have the idea of those tools, when you are aware of those tools, certainly you can differentiate between misinformation, disinformation. You can have access to quality information, and then you should also Google that evaluation criteria for accuracy, objectivity, up-to-dateness, and all these criteria. When you understand that, then there should not be any problem. I have that capacity that if a book comes to me, after reading his first paragraph, I tell whether I should read this book or not. That is because based on my experience, if a person cannot write one first single sentence or paragraph, or if a book is not having index, I do not read, particularly professional book. I don't talk about literary books. If a book is not having index, it means that person does not know what is a book and what is the purpose of book. So that sort of competence you will have to develop. So there are listing. If you search the fact checking and credible fact checking and verification sites, the deep fake checking sites, you will get credible sources. You can click on 4 or 5 links, and where are those common, you go by the common links, common sources. So from there you will get that information, credible quality.
Yeah, Hafsat Adatil has also asked the similar question, and I don't need to repeat that. Kamaldeep Patkar, to what extent can misinformation and disinformation be prevented through blockchain technology?
Through which technology?
Blockchain technology. blockchain technology.
Blockchain
BLOCK,
technology.
blockchain technology.
Blockchain technology is simply connecting. I think it is not the technology. Technology, see, the technology, my understanding is that technological solutions to cultural problems will not be very effective. I'll give you one example. When we are talking about plagiarism check, eh, you bring any technological software, I can plagiarize, and the no technological software can detect it that I have plagiarized, because these softwares focus on the similarity or theft of the expression. What about the idea thief? If you're stealing the ideas, so technology can help, but only to a limited extent. The only solution is ethical behavior of the content creators and information seekers. The technology has a limited solution. Self-regulation is more important. Ethics, information ethics, and publication ethics. These are more important. That's my thinking. Otherwise, blockchain you can experience. See, if you go to Chat GPT, I was searching chat. I wanted to benefits of dates. I forgot to type health benefits of dates. It is talking about dates of the month. I am asking about that fruit. So you cannot depend upon the technology. The technology will provide solution to all your problems. You will have to use your human intelligence along with this artificial intelligence.
Rafia Jan, Rafia Jan, can you mute yourself?
Pardon?
Rafia Jan, can you mute yourself? Yeah, sir, you can continue.
I'm not getting what you are asking.
No. There was one person who was talking in between, so I asked her to mute her mobile. You can continue, sir.
Okay, okay. No, I have told that the cultural issues cannot be sorted by technology. The self-regulation and ethical approach is the best way. Technology has limited. See, otherwise also if we depend highly on technology, then what human being will be doing? Huh? Because you take the example of Waymo car. If there is no need for driver and the conductor, where people will go and get jobs?
Durai Setupati has asked you to share the international conference web link, sir. You can share
Yes.
with the organ. Yeah. And Nagender Lal has given the definition of benchmark, that it is a decentralized digital ladder and everything. In addition to this, many people have congratulated you. Many people have appreciated your lecture. They have wished you that it was a very nice presentation. Um, for me also, this is one of the best lectures that I have ever listened to on media and information literacy. You have thrown beautiful lights on the very topic and raised some questions. And finally, you have ended with the one-liner that think critically and click wisely. With these words, uh, Hemavati, can I close it, or you have some instructions?
Yeah, no, sir. No, sir.
I want to say one thing. I will share the link on the IATLIS Executive 20 the WhatsApp group also, and then I will send the link to Dr. Ramesha, Keshav, and Hemavati Nandan. Then, if you have any mechanism, you can share that link with the participants. That conference link with the conference, UNESCO conference, which is going on. Right now, Malu, if we can type here this link in chat box.
Yes, sir, you can.
I will have to take that link from Hemamati. I can email you that link or WhatsApp you that link. You can share that link. at
sir.
your end. Okay,
Yes, sir. Sure. I'll do that.
just a minute.
I thank profusely Professor Jagtar Singh for having delivered the most beautiful UNESCO-sponsored IATLIS national webinar on media and information literacy with particular emphasis on public interest information. On behalf of IATLIS, I thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. My thanks to Professor Ramesha, the president of IATLIS, for taking initiation in organizing this uh, webinar and finding out an appropriate person to talk on the subject. Thanks to Professor Ramesha, the president of IATLIS. Professor Keshava, the general secretary of IATLIS, also deserves sincere thanks because he is also associated with IATLIS many activities. It's Professor Dr. Hemavati who has taken initiation from day zero. The moment Professor Jagtar's lecture was decided, it is she who has started arranging everything, started updating everyone, from registration till this moment. She is actively involved with the national webinar on behalf of IATLIS Executive Committee and all the office bearers. I thank Dr. B.N. Hemavati profusely. Thank you, Dr. Hemavati. I also thank all the office bearers of IATLIS for joining their hands with Professor Ramesha in organizing many academic and research activities of the IATLIS. My thanks to more than 198 participants, though we had 490 plus registrations. It's a very good number in the recent days that I see. Usually I used to see this kind of number during COVID period. But it's a very good number that I could see around. Even now, there are 185 plus at this juncture. I thank each and every one of you for having registered yourself, supporting the IATLIS cause, and attending the lecture and interacting with the resource person so nicely. I thank each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Now, before I close, Dr. Hemavati BN has something to say with you. She will share some things with you. Now, it's time to hand over the podium to Dr. BN Hemavati. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Dear participants, someone is asked about how to join your WhatsApp group and all. The WhatsApp link to join our IATLIS webinar WhatsApp group, the link is provided in IATLIS website. So you can just click on that link and you can join our IATLIS webinar group. So the future events will be, the information, invitation, everything will be updated in that group, and it will be communicated in that group also. So one more thing, it is about the certificates. The participants will get certificates in 2 or 3 days, since a series of holidays are there. Maybe from next week onwards, you may get your certificates. And thank you for your active participation. I will, with the permission of moderator, I could end the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jagatar sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Hemavati, I will share with you that conference link and then you can further share with the people. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, all the best and Diwali greetings for all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir, and happy Diwali to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I am Raja, librarian from.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, please take care and keep in touch. God bless.